pray the feds don't intercept the pack. Familiar with the struggle, look, I'm coming up from scratch.
It's week 15 of the National Football League, and it's presented by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. Charles Davis, as always, and CD, you look at the Rams in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, and Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They're hot as can be, winners of 8 of their last 9 games.
I don't know if you'd call this start a surprise exactly, but they've proven that they're going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with anybody.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. Still going. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. This defense for the Rams, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Cousins. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with.
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Stafford's throw pulled in by Woods. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. defense, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Left side, Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll check on his status when we get back.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cousins to throw it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know They want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On play action, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Donald in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
A give, running right is Akers.
It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford. And this one's incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the L.A. offense. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Play action. Stafford. That'll be caught. It's caught. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. If my calculations are correct here, and I think that they are, he's now over 55,000 career passing yards.
Well, you did get a fine education in the Midwest, my friend, so I know that that happened, okay? I know those Butler Bulldogs very proud of what they sent out there.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there in the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
The Vikings on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
L.A. readies for its next possession.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford. He's got it to Hilton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And we've got an injury, and that's to the wide receiver, T.Y. Hilton, who is yet to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Akers.
No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw into the hands of the receiver, Swindle.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Cook following the penalty. And some room to work. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Aaron Donald. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The Vikings send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Open man is Ross, complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he goes out right around the 39. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Woods. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Stafford's throw there into the hands of Ross.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17 to 3.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Stafford. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Well, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. On 2nd and 12, Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Stafford. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. And somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. He spots Henderson open left side. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
They'll give this to Akers running right.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
To throw is Stafford. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. Touchdown, Rams. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work.
And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Got a man open, it's Ross. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. Back now here on EA Sports. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
The Rams on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. This is caught. It's Woods. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The Vikings on 3rd down, not so hot, 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And it's going to be incomplete. He's able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll run on first down. Akers, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now it's Stafford. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 114 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to let it fly. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Cousins. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, John Ross. Oh, good return up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a give, right side. Akers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 171 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stafford going to throw it. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot